Hey guys, Aaron Classic Gamer, and we just got back from the Midwest Gaming Classic 2023. Here's our little VIG pass we had here with a cool little lanyard. Nothing too wild, just says Midwest Gaming Classic on it. It's all blue. It's the same on both sides, kind of looks like a Game Boy. Can't beat that. Here are the games and different things we picked up here. We were able to complete our Lunar 2 Eternal Blue collection. We had the game, but did not have the box. And we did not have a few other things such as the map and all that good stuff. So let me see if I can get this open real quick. We can check that out, guys. Let's see, we already had the game. Of course is the 3 discs here. Alright, 3 discs in the bonus disc. We already had all of that. Now we have the unused map, which is really cool. Not totally sure what all this stuff is. It says they are sandies. Alright, so here's the back of them, and those are completely unopened. And there's this little baggie. I think that those are supposed to go in. Tell me if I'm missing something here, guys. So I will also complete that as well. Then we have the CD track here. That's got the 24 different songs in. And then it says, this is for the demo of Lunar 2. So that's also included. And then the full art book. So that's really neat. It's got all the pictures of all the different artwork and stuff like that. And it talks about the different lyrics and themes. And a really cool little book there, guys. Anyway, that was one of the highlights I was able to pick up. Seeing as I had the game, but was unable to complete the collection until now. So that was kind of nice. We got it for a pretty decent price. Obviously, the game wasn't included. We already had that. So we were able to get a much more reasonable price to pick up the rest of the little collection here. I think I'm missing one little disc there, but I'm not totally sure. So just let me know about that, guys. If you know of what that is called, if I'm indeed actually missing that. The next thing we picked up was a game that actually came with the VIG for this year, and that was Chaos Between Realms. It says Mission 2 Midwest Gaming Classic by the NES Maker people. Of course, they made this game. And here it says, you are Jen, a heroic ranger fighting to save your city, but when a time-traveling experiment from another realm pulls you through time and space, chaos ensues. But how did it all begin? In this exclusive Midwest Gaming Classic video game, learn the untold story of Jen and save the convention. Alright. So pretty cool, guys. That's by Dabble Coop Studios and Video Games United. So very, very neat, guys. It's like a blue cartridge, and I guess it does play on original hardware, so you can't beat that. I'll be definitely checking that out. There you go. Pretty neat little bonus to get that with the VIG, so it is quite expensive to get that, so it was nice to have some little extras. Another thing we got that was exclusive to the convention is Legend of Wukong. 16-bit cartridge here for the Sega Genesis. And I guess you can also use it on the Mega Drive system. It says the history of China is about to be rewritten by a 13-year-old boy. After putting the finishing touches on his new time machine, the prestigious Dr. Tang steps back to admire his life's work, only to see it vanish before his very eyes. Walking up hundreds of years in the past, the doctor's young and careless neighbor soon realizes the shocking mistake he made while playing around in his laboratory. Pursued by hordes of fierce demons, will he survive long enough to retrieve the time machine and return home? Features 6 adventure-filled chapters, quirky characters and situations, exciting battles, sequences, animated cutscenes, and battery backup save function. So this was actually featured on the Immortal John Hancock's YouTube channel, so check that out, guys. Haven't opened it yet, definitely can't wait to play that. We picked up another game, definitely paid a little too much for it. Didn't pay the full 30, but paid 25. A little bit more than what it's worth, but it's a very nice version of Lagoon here. Really cool RPG, JRPG on the Super Nintendo. So I played this before on emulation, but never actually played the original thing. So I'm glad to finally pick that up. And when you bought that, it actually came with this Midwest Gaming Classic pen. So that's kind of neat. When I got Legend of Wukong, sorry about that. Yeah, it was a little out of order. But alright, guys. Next we picked up another game for our Dreamcast collection. And that is Gold Edition Railroad Tycoon. Now in 3D. Forge an Empire on Iron Horsepower. So pretty cool little game. Actually got it for $8 instead of 10, so not a terrible deal. It is complete. The case is in terrible shape, but the game's in good shape, so can't go wrong there, guys. Next, let's see. How about we go through the good old PC Engine here. PC Engine Mini. So actually got to trade for this. My brother-in-law was able to get this as a kind of like a gift for me, so he traded some stuff to get that, so pretty neat. Kind of hard to find this here in the States. A lot of it's in Japanese, not able to read all of it. And as you can see, there's quite a few PC Engine games and TurboGrafx 16 games as well. Of course, you have Dracula X, Castlevania Dracula X there. Pardon me, Rondo of Blood. So Castlevania Rondo of Blood, which is probably kind of the featured game there from the TurboGrafx 16. Pardon me, the PC Engine games. TurboGrafx 16 has some cool stuff. Newtopia, Bomberband 93, Lords of War. Of course, Blazing Lasers, R-Type. A lot of really cool stuff there, guys. Most of these games are in Japanese. It does have Ys, and I'm told Ys Part 1 and 2 is actually in English as well. So that'll be cool to check that out. Can't wait. Good old Galaga 88. Just tons and tons of great games here, guys. Can't go wrong there. And at a great price. So next we picked up a whole bunch of Evercade games, guys. And we'll just kind of go through all these real quick. Kind of round out the collection a little bit. First of all, the guy that was selling the Evercade games is the guy that actually licensed the Atari Link Collection 1 to Evercade. So he did actually sell this opened, but he opened it to actually sign it. So really cool that he was able to do that, and he signed down here on the Evercade. So good old Carl, nice guy. That's the Atari Lynx Collection 1, which, like I said, he licensed to Evercade. Then we picked up the Intellivision Collection 1. It's got 12 games on it. The Atari Collection 1 had 17 games on it. So 17 and then 12. We did find the new game, Indie Heroes 2, which has 12 games on it. Wow, a lot of really cool games there. Played a couple of these at the convention. Tapeworm Disco Puzzle, got to play that. That was very cool. Gelatinous was a lot of fun. And Beer Slinger. I've not played the other 9 games, but cannot wait. That should be very cool to do that. And picked up Worms Collection 1. I don't know if there's a Collection 2. I don't think so. It only has 3 games on here. But if you like Worms, the game series, this is a very cool series to have in your collection. You got Worms Armageddon, and Worms Blast. So very neat there, guys. We did pick up the Atari Collection 2, which has an additional 8 games. So very fun there. California games on there. Blue Lightning, 2 very good games. Love Blue Lightning. It's probably one of my favorite games on the Atari Lynx. So I actually do have the original copy of that on the Lynx. So that's cool. The Intellivision Collection 2, as if one collection was not enough. You got 12 more games. Alright, all sorts of cool stuff on there. I have played Auto Racing and Tower of Doom, but I have not played the rest. So that'll be fun to get into. Lots of Evercade goodness. We picked up a PSP game, and that is Kingdom Hearts Rebirth. So that was a gift for a family member. They'll hopefully enjoy that. Good old Square Enix classic. Destiny has never left to chance. And that just looks completely awesome, as you would expect on the PSP. Next we picked up another Super Nintendo game. Nothing too special. I think I got it for around $5, something like that, and that is Rival Turf, a cool beat 'em up for the system. Definitely doesn't get enough attention, but it is very, very cool, guys. Picked up a pair of Sega games here. Picked up Streets of Rage 2. We actually got the box and the game, I think for $15 or $20, I can't remember. I was able to find a kind of a beat up manual for a couple bucks, but I was able to complete the set. One of my favorite games of all time, my favorite beat 'em up of all time, Streets of Rage 2. So very, very cool. We'll have to do a longer video on this at one point. But definitely a lot of beautiful artwork and one of the best soundtracks in gaming, if you ask me. Next up is the collection, the game that started the amazing JRPG series on the Sega Master System and then later on the Sega Genesis and the Dreamcast, and continues all the way today on Steam, Xbox, and PS4. And that is Phantasy Star, guys. Adventure role-playing game. The time, Space Century 3240. The place, the Algol star system. Again, when King Lassic turned evil and let hordes of hideous magical creatures run amok on 3 planets. When her brother was killed, Alice vowed to avenge his death and put an end to Lassic forever. Join her in a journey across time and space to two worlds where creatures speak, where magic and science combine to take you on the ultimate video quest. Phantasy Star is a total adventure role-playing with towns full of people and shops, 16-level dungeons full of traps and treasure, 3 companions who will help you if you find them, and some of the most awesome graphics ever put in a video game. And just check out that awesome artwork there, guys. Of course, it does have the battery save. Very, very cool. I was able to pick this up. Didn't get the, unfortunately, instructions with that. So I'll be looking for that to kind of complete the box. Next, the immortal John Hancock was selling games, and he was selling Block'em Sock'em. And it's the Blockhead edition. Apparently there's an error where this doesn't actually save the game. But he did sign that, as you can see on the back, so that was very neat to see that. Thank you for your support. The first edition has a small score bug that can easily be resolved. When playing using the analog Mega SG, works great. When playing using original hardware, proceed to the first level of the game. It just tells you how to do that. But got that signature there. Definitely a cool game. Got to meet the guy. Saw the Earth, guys. Extremely nice. Last but not least, I was able to get a boxed version of the Evercade EXP by the same guy I bought the other Evercade stuff from. This is complete in box. It just says the Evercade EXP cartridge system. And the cool thing about that is you can use Tate or tape mode, whatever you want to call it. It does have 18 built-in Capcom games. All sorts of classics from Final Fight to 1942, Street Fighter, Hyper Fighting Edition, Mega Man X, Mega Man, I think 1 and 2 are also on here. So all sorts of 8 and 16-bit classics, along with a bunch of arcade greats. And then you also get the Irem cartridge with this that has, of course, In the Hunt, R-Type, Battle Chopper, Moon Patrol, Lightning Swords, and 10-Yard Fight. A lot of fun. We've already played these games and have that cartridge, but we were able to pick this up for a decent price, so can't complain, and didn't have to pay shipping or worry about any of that. And then last but not least is the beer coupon. We got this to be able to get a free beer with our VIG, but so many people bought the VIG gaming pass that the line to actually just to get a drink was like an hour or so we didn't do that. But anyway, guys, this is the pickup video from the Midwest Gaming Classic 2023. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, guys, peace and happy gaming.